proving that Miss Ann was the one who got them booked on Star Search and not Matthew Knowles. Latoya says this: World Music Management, for teaching me so much. Miss Ann, love and miss you. On this particular picture, when they're like in junior high here, it says to Miss Ann, Beyonce, Latavia, Latoya, and Kelly. And in this part, it says, extra special thanks to the lady I dedicate this album to, Miss Andretta Tillman, I love you, Latavia Robeson. So as you can see, the girls had a lot of love for Miss Ann, and they always made sure to say her name and thank her in their early years. And she deserves that credit because she's the one who laid the foundation and the groundwork for Girls' Time. Now, what's very interesting about what's going on now with Matthew Knowles is this.
I got Girls' Time music on my phone. Just a minute. I am just Destiny's Child.
About 3-4 months ago, Matthew Knowles went viral for stating the following. Basically, he's upset and he's now crying and saying that he does not get the credit that he deserves as a black manager. And this has been bothering him as of late. So this sparked a lot of good debate online. So in that interview, he said Beyonce was the #1 female artist of the decade from 2000 to 2009. Don't take my word for it. Go research it. Guess who was the #1 female group in the world? Destiny's Child. But the other part of that is if I was a white manager, I'd be considered the #1 manager ever. So I never get that respect that's deserved.
So for the artist of the decade, people not paying attention. Beyonce was the #1 female artist of the decade from 2000 to 2009. Don't take my word, just go research it.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was the #1 female group in the world?
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child.
The men you own.
But the other part of that, if I was a white manager,
oh, you'd be
I would
considered
be considered the #1 manager ever.
yes, of all time.
So I never get that respect that's deserved.
Wow.
All right, so you guys just heard that clip. And, you know, Matthew feels like he should be on the same level and be mentioned like Usher's mother, Britney Spears' father, Brandy Norwood's mother, who was also Brandy's manager.
I think
But I think the problem is the reason why Matthew Knowles is not in the conversation for management is that, one, he has not been able to replicate it, and he's had a lot of chances. Brandy's mother only managed Brandy. Britney's father only managed Britney. Matthew Knowles has managed a slew of people, and outside of Beyonce, he has not really been successful. I think the problem why Matthew Knowles does not get the credit that he feels that he deserves, one, I feel like it's karma, because he tried to basically erase what Miss Ann did and the work that she put in and the foundation that she laid, and he tried to take credit for it. But another reason why he does not get the credit is because his personal life overshadowed his achievements. This is the same man that had not one but 2 side babies on Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother, while they were still married. And he had 2 kids by 2 different women.
When you told Matthew Knowles that you were pregnant with his child, how did he react?
You should switch to 1-800-CONTACTS because it's
super easy, so cheap.
I thought that was a legend.
Shipping cost. Very much. Well, you can't get pregnant by me. You know, it can't be my child. Can't deny it once DNA test comes out 99.9% that you are the father.
All single ladies, all single ladies, all single.
Adorable 4-year-old boy is Beyonce's half-brother, but they've never even met. Now the mother of Nixon Alexander Knowles is speaking out exclusively to Inside Edition.
I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to fight tomorrow, and I'm going to fight the next day, and I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting, because that's the only way to give him his identity.
Mom Alexandra Wright claims she'll have to file for public assistance because she says Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, hasn't paid $32,000 in court-ordered child support.
So his personal life was very
not that much.
messy. And then on top of that, let's not forget, back in 2011, legal documents were filed by Beyonce. Beyonce had hired a forensic accountant to audit her finances after Live Nation, who promoted her tour, accused her father of stealing or taking money that he was not entitled to. So basically, the legal papers indicated that an audit was conducted in October of 2010, and they found that Matthew Knowles had allegedly taken money from her, resulting in his termination in 2011. While some reports mention a large, vague discrepancies, others were precise to say that the amount stolen from Beyonce was $10 million. He was accused of basically diverting her funds into his account. And that is why Beyonce fired him shortly after her I Am Sasha Fierce album dropped. Now, Matthew Knowles has always denied these allegations, claiming that he did not steal from her and that Live Nation made false claims to secure the rights to manage her. But Beyonce is his daughter, and she's never come out to defend him or say that these are lies against my father. She basically fired him and moved on. So I don't really think that he was such a great manager as he perceives himself to be. Let's also not forget that Kelly Rowland also fired him as well. There's also things that he did to sacrifice and help the girls get to where they're at. But like I said, his personal life was very messy. And the fact that he couldn't be trusted financially, that might be why, he's not spoken on the same level as Usher's mom and, Brandy's mom and things like that. And let's not forget, the former members all have stories about their experiences with Matthew Knowles. And most of those stories are not positive stories. Beyonce praises him for being a good father, but you don't hear her talking about how her father was a great manager. If you read in between the lines, if you're a good person, you're good at what you do, and you treated people with kindness and respect, then it would just speak for itself. He wouldn't have to go on platforms and, demand that, he be given credit, especially being that his daughter is a global superstar. That alone, he should just be happy for her success. But, I'm getting narcissistic vibes where he also wants, that adjacency to fame. He wants that adjacency to, to how big she's become. He wants to take credit for that. And that's not fair because, again, he was there in the beginning, but he didn't build the foundation. And recently, 2 months ago, a rapper named Corey Moe came out and he said that he was around back in 1996. He was around Destiny's Child, and he spoke very highly of Miss Ann and what she did for the group.
Girls' time back then. I think it was just Destiny without the child. So yeah, it was in between that. Miss Ann ended up passing away because of lupus. The little family that she created, like we all kind of just went our separate ways. Then Matthew took over managing Destiny's Child. And we really didn't even get to see them no more. They was out of here.
So you guys just heard what Corey Moe had to say. And it makes me feel good that people are mentioning Andretta Tillman more and people are giving her flowers because she's been totally just replaced. And like they always say, legacy is not about who stands on the stage at the end. It's about who built the stage in the first place. And Andretta Tillman built that stage. So just like the song Say My Name, we should all say her name as well when speaking about Girls' Time, Destiny's Child, and Beyonce, because she definitely laid the foundation for these ladies. So with that being said, tea sippers, I leave the conversation up to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this entire situation. Did you know anything about Andretta Tillman before this video? How do you feel about how Matthew Knowles inserted himself into the management position in the ultimatum that he gave Miss Ann, only to then later on deny Latavia and Latoya their chance to have a co-manager on board? And also, how do you feel about them being removed from the group only to see themselves in the Say My Name music video? And do you think the fact that Matthew Knowles has not been able to replicate the success of Destiny's Child proves that it was never really about his formula in the first place? I look forward to reading y'all's comments down below. Please hit this video with a like. Feel free to share this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.
You want the latest news in the streets? Join us.
Yeah, as a kid, wow. I'm looking at my eyes. As a kid, I'm listening to the album. Did I get to that part? They said something about her, Andrea, Miss Ann Tillman, and I'm like, who is that? And I always wanted that my whole life. So now I know it was the manager, or should I say manager? So yeah, this was insightful, very insightful. I think I met Beyonce. I'm not sure. She that big. I don't know if I met her. I probably met her more than once, and still don't get that I met her. Yeah, and Kelly, just as big, kind of, but kind of. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I met Farrah Franklin. I don't know about Latoya and Latavia. No. So yeah, this was very interesting, insightful, and what I feel about that. I say what I feel about the video. It was spoken to me. I heard say my name, expecting the video to come out. I didn't like the song. I'm very picky, but I don't care. Beyonce is a blind. I like blinds. So it came out and creepy. I was like, nah, I was scared. How could they do that? I was mad. So I did not like Farrah until Jumpin' Jumpin' came out. I was like, okay, it's interesting. Then they kicked her out. I'm like, okay, I don't like y'all. Then the story goes on and on. I don't want to make the video too long. And when she went solo, strange. He called me a Beyonce stan, not a Beyonce fan. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and subscribe. You can make the comment long. I don't care. I got a long comment. I still didn't read it. I'm still gonna read it, and I might respond. I may not. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, and share. Even. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.